Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Denise from the University of Sewing. So glad you guys could join us this morning. If you're watching live, that means you're probably not out shopping just yet. I'm sure there's lots of good tempting things and you'll be out there soon. I know lots of people started hours ago. That's not my thing. I'd rather be here helping you guys find what you need. So thanks again for joining us. This is Facebook Live from the University of Sewing. We do a live video on Fridays and Saturday mornings. Just a heads up, tomorrow we won't be in the shop. So you've got the day off. That means you can sleep in a little bit or maybe do some of that shopping. I don't know. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, full of all kinds of food and family and friends and all the things that made you smile. We did at our house. I've actually got my son Daniel tagging along today. He's going to put up some Christmas decorations here in the shop for us, and he's also being my cameraman. So thumbs up for Daniel. Thanks, bud, for coming in with Mom today. So those of you that watch regularly, you know that we do this Facebook Live thing, and we also do a giveaway. The giveaway is our way of saying thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you mostly for sharing our videos, because it does mean a lot to our little local small business. So how does it work? Watch the video, of course. Please share with your friends. And when you do share, put a note in the comments. All you have to do is say shared. And then your name goes in the hat and it goes into the drawing for whatever the giveaway is for that day. Curious what it is today? It's one of my favorite little things. I think it's kind of cute. I actually have one. Fridays we tend to focus on Bernina things, and we're going to do that today. So how about a super cute Bernina mouse pad? This has got the Kaufman facet print on it that of course goes beautifully with our Kaufman machines that are here. We do have some in the shop and you can still pre-order. There are a few left. If that's something you're interested in, we'll walk around this morning and talk a little bit about those. Before we get into the goodies that I have here, just a couple reminders, lots of classes on the website. Things are kind of winding down a little bit for December. We know you guys are super busy, so classes aren't your priority, but they're adding more for January and February, so be sure to check that out. The website is, of course, universityofsewing.com. There are some fantastic sales going on the Bernina things. So we've still got our Sewist Garden, all kinds of fantastic sales happening in here. And this goes through the end of December, guys. There's all the details on the Kaufman machines and what you can get with them, including the luggage. And you can either do it with embroidery or without embroidery. But my goodness, he's got some beautiful embroidery designs built into that particular machine. Why you wouldn't want the embroidery, I have no idea. Here's the sweet little Kaufman machine. This is a 475, which of course doesn't do embroidery, but my goodness, it's so stinking cute. And even this one comes with a fantastic rolly case. The catalog also has info about the B735, which is the long-awaited 5.5 millimeter machine. I think we have 2 of those in stock at the moment. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to jump on those. We don't have a whole lot of them. And you can either do it with or without embroidery. Of course, the 880, which is one of my favorites. The 790, which I know is Alice's favorite. And any of our L8 series sergers. And of course, this one, if you buy either the 880 Plus or the 790 Plus right now, you get this guy free, which still just blows my mind. No matter how many times I say it, it blows my mind. That's a fantastic deal. Lots and lots and lots of goodies in here, guys, on all of the sale. And of course, all the details on these are also on our website. And if you have any questions, you can call. Please come in and visit. We are here today. We're here from 9 to 6 today, 10 to 6 actually for you guys. Come in and visit. We'd love to have you in the shop. Daniel, let's walk over and talk about some of these machines. I'm going to grab a tissue and walk a little slowly. I've got a little bit of a sinus infection happening, so my voice sounds a little goofy this morning, but I guess that's okay. So on this side, we've got the 790 machine we were just talking about. This is the fantastic machine that when you purchase this guy, you get to take this one free. Buy one, get one free. Just, like I said, blows my mind. And if you're doing that, then maybe there's a little extra room in your budget to add a nice red Bernina chair for the holidays. Like, the red, of course, makes me think of Santa, and how cute would it be to have Santa sitting in your new Bernina chair. Of course, if you're getting a new chair, maybe you need a new cabinet. Maybe you need a whole new sewing room And if that's the case, go to the Bernina website, guys. Make sure that you have entered into the Bernina Dream Studio $100,000 sweepstakes. Dream it, design it, win it. We've got a fun video on our YouTube page of a little tour that I did in mine and talking about what would your dream sewing studio be. This is the one that you can go online, you can enter the dimensions of your sewing room, and it's kind of a 3D thing. You can plan it out, what you would put in it, what horn cabinets you might put in it, how many Bernina chairs do you need, how many Bernina machines do you need. I don't know, how big's your room? But definitely, if nothing else, this is fun. There are some famous Sewist studios that are sort of on there as a sample that you can play with. Amanda Murphy's the one that I like to move her little things around. She's one of my favorites. So definitely check that out. Daniel, let's go over here and take a peek at this really sweet Kaufman machine. Daniel hadn't seen this one this morning, and he kind of looked at it and he was like, oh my gosh, what is this? It's just so different from anything that we've seen. A lot of our special edition machines are beautiful, of course, but they're not usually quite this colorful. I won't say they're subdued, because the crystal edition last year was not at all subdued, but it didn't have this many colors. And just, I don't know, it's just, you want to sit down and play with something that's this cute, don't you think? Lots of ideas. You can put these on your Christmas list. Maybe you're shopping for somebody else. Somebody would love this. This is a great machine for maybe a newish sort of sewer. Maybe somebody who's been sewing for a while that does retreats or classes, or likes to take their machine with them camping or traveling or something. This is a great one to do that. It's very portable. Over this way, these are not so portable, guys. But those of you that know me, of course, know that I am mostly a quilter, so these are kind of my favorites. This is where I like to hang out. This is, of course, the Q series machine. This one is, let's make sure I'm telling you right. This is the Q16 Plus on the studio frame. The frame right now is set up at 5 feet. You can either do 5 feet or 10 feet, depending on what your preference or your room restrictions are. The cool thing about this machine, the 16 Plus, you'll be able to add the Q-matic. And with the Q16, that was something that you couldn't do. So the Plus kind of gives you the ability to do that. I've gotten my Q-matic. I'm playing with it. I've got a lot to learn, guys, but it's so cool. And then over here, Dano, pop around this way, and let's look at these two little machines on the table. These, of course, work a little differently. The machine is the same idea as what you see on the frame, but how you do the quilting, the process is different because these are on the table. You have to move your quilt around. You have to move your quilt sandwich. The other, when it's on the frame, of course, you just move the machine around. Some people prefer one or the other. I mentioned I like to peek at Amanda Murphy's studio. She's got one of each. Why not, right? If you're going to go big. So this one, you see, has been adopted. So when our buddy Dave gets back, we get to set up a delivery of this one and this beautiful koala table. She gets to go home and get loved on by a very, very sweet lady, a new customer of ours. So if you guys are in the market at all for any kind of sewing machine, whether it's a brand new beginner sewing machine, a mechanical one, a top of the line that will do everything except the dishes and walk the dog, we have those. We have all of those things. We'd love to help you figure out which one is right for you, so you are welcome to come in and visit or give us a call and we can help you figure that out. Daniel, let's wander back over to our table. It is the gift giving season, guys, right? Maybe you've already started shopping. I actually started before Halloween this year. That never happens. So I have some ideas. I pulled out some things. A lot of these ideas are great to pass along to maybe people who don't sew but want to get a gift for somebody who does. That's really, really hard. My husband and I had this conversation recently. He won't buy me any sewing related things, and I won't buy him any computer related things because neither one of us would know what the other needed or wanted or had or, yeah. So we're going to help you out. So those of you that are shopping for people in your life that love to sew, I've got some ideas for you. Because Fridays we typically focus on Bernina, we're going to talk about the Bernina things first because we're not going to be here tomorrow. We're going to talk about some other things too. We're going to mix it up a little bit. Great Bernina gift ideas. Guys, how cute is this? My other car is a Bernina. Yes, please. I have one of these on one of my cars. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit on my Jeep because of the way the license plate is on my Jeep. But I would really like it on my Jeep. but they're just so cute and a great little stocking stuffer. Here's a really cute metal magnetic pin dish set. Guys, these are really heavy. You've got the little one and that big one. Look how cute they are. Oops, and boy, those magnets are really strong. Look at that. These are super. I love those. And I hear the voice of one of my little girls going, but it's the mommy and the baby. So this would make an adorable gift for somebody or just to put on your wish list. And speaking of wish list, we've even got one ready for you. All you have to do is fill it out, guys. You can either give it to that person in your life who has no idea what to get for you, or you could even leave it with us and tell them to come see us, and we are more than happy to help them find the right gift for you, because it can be a challenge. And if we're going to go through all that effort, you want to find the thing that makes the person you're giving the gift to, that really does make them smile, and something useful as opposed to, well, I got you this thing. So let's continue on. In the very front here, I've got some patterns. Oops. This is a sit-down cover-up for a long arm. So the ones that I just showed you on the table, this is a really cute little pattern to make a cover-up for that machine, for that sew head. It doesn't work on the frame, but you could modify it to make it work on the frame. You just have to be a little creative, that's all. And I have complete faith in you that you could make that work. I think a little slit on the side and maybe some binding to finish it off, and it would be perfect. The one in the middle is super cute, guys. This is, of course, a serger cover-up for that L8 series set of sergers. It's the L850, L860, and L890 that this would fit on. And I love that it's quilted. And the threads here, look at those. They're just embroidered. How fun is that? And so maybe you don't have a long arm yet, or you have one of the smaller sergers, but maybe you have a nice domestic machine that needs a little cover. And the ones that come with our machines are actually pretty nice. And they're okay. The Kaufman ones are beautiful, but the regular Bernina ones are okay. They're functional. They're not super cute. This one is super cute, guys. And there is also an embroidery download that you can get for the Bernina logo, which I think is a neat and fun idea. So we certainly have those. All of these things that I'm showing you this morning are on our website. If you can't find them, just give us a call. We'll help you figure that out. The fabric for a lot of these patterns we also have. So just a thought there. Let's keep going with some Bernina goodies. This has been a really popular item. I just had a online order this morning for another one of these. This is the multi-spool holder. It fits on a number of machines, definitely the 7 series. I'm not sure if it would fit on the 8. You might be able to make it work on the 8, and I think it also fits on the 5. Great idea if you're doing a lot of embroidery and you just don't want to move those threads around. It's just a matter of rethreading, but it's a little easier, saves life a little bit. And this guy, okay, so this is for, if you really love somebody, you want to get them the really special rotary cutter, guys. And now I've got fingerprints all over it. I'll have to wipe it off. But look how gorgeous that is. Don't you need a gold rotary cutter in your life? I think I do. It's almost too pretty to use, but I'd use it anyway. Just a thought. So again, look how nicely that would fit in your stocking. Daniel, are you taking notes so that when you can't decide what to get Mom for Christmas this year?
Yes.
Okay, good job. Good boy. Train him right, guys, right? So this is really, really cute. And we have, I think we only have 2 of these. We don't have a whole lot of them. And honestly, I'm not sure if we can get more of these. I haven't seen too many of them, so if that's something you want, let me know. This is a cute idea. I'm not sure who did this here in the shop, but I just thought it was super cute. It's just a plain, clear plastic ornament with some strips of Bernina fabric in it. But the cool thing is, as much as I love Bernina, and I would be very happy to have a Bernina Christmas tree, maybe you would do a different fabric. Maybe you've got somebody in your life that's musical that you could put some music notes in their, fabric, or I don't know, whatever the kids are into, and who knows, something fun. It's just a cute idea. And then, okay, I think we've covered most of the Bernina things. which is not to say that that's all the Bernina gift ideas we have, guys. There are so many. I just brought a few over just to give you a little taste and a little sample, and definitely check out the website for other things. But let's move into some other non-Bernina, but really still cool, very cute gift ideas. I just kind of rediscovered thread. For me, thread has mostly been kind of the utilitarian part of it. It's not the fancy. I get excited about the fabric, right? I get excited about the machine and even the pattern, but the thread, I need to step up my thread game a little bit. So I pulled out some thread sets just in case anybody else was in that same boat and wants to expand their thread inventory. So this is a cute little Isacord set. Just some good basic spools. There's 12 in here, great colors. Isacord, guys, this is a 50 weight, good middle of the road. It's 100% poly. These are 1,000 meter spools in fantastic colors. You can use Isacord for construction for your quilt or your garments. You can use it for embroidery things. You can use it for quilting. It really is a good multi-purpose thread. So that's an option for you. And then, I feel like these guys have been forgotten lately, so I wanted to pull these out. Let's see if we can. This is the thread set by Tula Pink, guys. This is the Curiouser and Curiouser set that went with her fabric line a few years ago. And they are all tucked in there. Look at that. And I can't even show you the colors. Aww. Well, I'll just give you a hint. It's what's in here. And even the box is adorable. But you would expect nothing less from Tula Pink. And this is Aurifil thread. So Aurifil is a little different than the Isacord. It is 100% cotton. It is very low lint. You can certainly use it for construction in your quilt. You can use it for quilting in your quilt. If you're using it, let's see if we can get it back in the box. Using it for garments, I'm not sure that I would use a cotton. I'd probably stick with a poly for garments. It's a little stronger that way, but for quilts, this is perfect. So we've got that one, and then we've also got the Quilter's Palette. This has got 20 spools of also 100% cotton Aurifil, and these are also 50 weight, good middle of the road, and these are just some great basic colors. And like everything else, guys, these are on the website, and we are happy to ship those to you. We love shipping out orders. It's always a little treat. How many orders popped up overnight? How many orders popped up since lunch? It's kind of fun. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is really cute. I forget where Margaret found these. I think at a quilt show somewhere. It's just a really inexpensive little gift that maybe you want to give to some of your sewing buddies. Doesn't have to be quilting buddies, any kind of sewing buddies. Maybe you need a couple of them in your own sewing room. I know that I have to threaten, I don't know, something serious to my kids and maybe occasionally the husband about using the fabric scissors. You've all seen those cartoons and memes and yeah. So I've got something to help you out with that. These are those fun little tags, guys. You just hang them on the little loop where your fingers go in the scissors. And then there is no doubt, there is no question, there is no mistake. Nobody can say, I didn't know. And we've got them in a ton of different colors, and they're $4. These are also on the website, just so you know, they're not on by color. So if you have a color preference, you know, you can put it in the notes if you're doing an online order. If not, just let us pick one for you because they're all super cute. You're not going to be disappointed with any of them. But how cute are those for $4? Here's another fun little gifty thing. A few years ago, these were super popular in my little local guild. I think all of us had them. Turn it around this way. And this is a wrist ruler. Nope, it was right this way. Look how cute that one is. Kind of a rose gold, nice and soft. This one is just a nice leather one. And if I remember right, they're actually pretty accurate as far as the measurements. What was this one? Oh, that's another. There's a couple different colors and versions of them. There are a couple different sizes. The info is in all of the descriptions on the website. If you want to come in and try them on, I would highly encourage that. They'll fit everybody. They'll go with any outfit. And kind of a cool, you know, conversation piece. Ooh, tell me about your bracelet, right? So, I've got some pre-cuts here that I wanted to share with you. We didn't get a whole lot of new fabric in last week. We did get some wide backs in, and those are on the website, kind of solid-ish kind of colors. There's a green and a blue, and we'll show you those a little farther down the road. But the really cute thing that did come in was these fun pre-cuts, and these are these fat quarter bundles? Let's see. This is a 21-piece fat quarter bundle. How cute is that? Look at those great colors. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see a little better too. Nice and springy. So when you're done with all of that Christmas themed things and the wintry things, and you want to think about flowers and weather getting a little warmer again, this would be a great little line to do that. These are all by Riley Blake. This is called With a Flourish. This is by Simple Simon and Company. Great colors in here, but I also want to put a plug, you know, get a couple of these packs, get a couple of the fat quarter bundles or the jelly rolls, and then mix in some things that you have, which I think is fun. And if you need some solids, guys, we have a fantastic selection of solids. One of the things that I love most that we have in our shop is the Robert Kaufman solids, Cotton Supreme. They're a little thicker than the Konas that we're all used to using. They wash beautifully, they sew beautifully, they iron beautifully, and they come in a bajillion different colors. If we don't have it, we can probably get it for you. I think we have the entire line, but so if you need something to match this or anything else, come in and let us help you do that. We love to do that. We're going to move over here and talk about some books. I pulled just a few. I like books. I think we have books in every room in our house, and you guys probably do too, and all kinds of different sorts. Daniel, let's start in the front. Margaret came back from Bernina University this year and brought a very nice collection of K. Fassett books. His colors are just stunning. Even if you don't quilt, it's hard not to look at these and be drawn in. One of the quotes that I liked most from listening to Kafe at Bernina University this year, he was talking about the importance of color in our life. And he said, really, you know, when you go to the movies, and of course I'm paraphrasing, guys, when you go to the movies, there's always the soundtrack behind the story. Well, we don't have a soundtrack running around for us, but he said color was kind of the soundtrack of our life, which I thought was a really neat way to look at it. Look how pretty they are. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And everyone is just as beautiful as the next. And so again, if you're thinking gifting for somebody, you can't go wrong with any of those. They're so pretty and bright and cheery and fun. I pulled a couple other things. I know, I'm a quilter. I tend to focus on those things, but I get it. People sew other things, or so I hear. Haha. Maybe you do cosplay. Maybe you like to do that kind of stuff. This is a great book. And this is one that we've had for a little bit here. Look at these photos, guys. Look at the detail in some of these. Fantastic ideas. Great diagrams and design elements. And maybe those of you that are new don't realize that our dear Margaret actually did costumes on Broadway for a little while. So if this is a book that Margaret has decided is worthy of taking up space in our beautiful shop, then if you're into costumes, this is one that I would definitely check out. Really cool. This one is a fun one too, and this is another one. Great idea for somebody who wants to get a gift for somebody who sews, but maybe the gift giver doesn't sew. Just beautiful ideas in here. And this one particularly, it's a lot of lifestyle kind of things and repurposing some things. And really is, I mean, it's a great book, but it would be a lovely coffee table book too. Look at that. Even those threads, just wild threads, make me happy. So that's another one, and that's the Alabama Studio Style. I pulled together some reference books. We were talking in the shop the other day about a reference book for threads. One of the girls said she felt like she needed to learn more about threads, and we could probably all learn a little more about threads. So that kind of set us on a mission to see what we had. This is the one that we came up with. And again, this I've talked before, I love a book with binding or with spiral binding. C&T Publishing does a great job of that. Little peek at the table of contents here. Everything you ever wanted to know about threads. And we have had a lot of talk here in the shop lately about different brands of threads and what ones our machines like. And you will probably find that your machine sews better with some than it does with others. And there is no right or wrong answer except whatever one works for you and your machine. So that's a good option, guys. Those of you that are quilters, tons of info about batting. We tend to buy the same thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. But maybe you've got a special, unique situation where you need to do something a little different, or maybe you just want to branch out and try something a little different. These little books are really cute. And this would be great if you're doing a little gift swap with your guild or your sewing buddies. Those are always fun guild meetings. Silk batting, imagine that. All kinds of good info in there. Here's another one on interfacing. And Margaret and I have talked a couple times. I think she's going to do maybe a Facebook Live or at least a video on interfacing and talk about which one you would use when and what to look for in a good one. And that's kind of the really less than glamorous part of sewing, I think. But I'm beginning to understand more and more that good interfacing in the right spot really does go a long way in your garment construction. Thank you, Margaret. I am learning. And then this one, of course, is just a good all-in-one quilter's reference tool. It's another one, also by C&T Publishing, with the beautiful spiral binding. Tons of charts. Lots of good info. And sure, you can probably pull this up on your phone, but I don't know about you guys. It seems like lots of places when I go in, my phone doesn't work quite as well. So it might be good to have this. Great stocking stuffer, great for those guild swaps. I've got a couple more here to show you, and then we're going to wrap things up. This is one of Margaret's favorites. This is the sewing book. We had a hard time getting, it's by Allison Smith. We had a hard time finding it for a while, and so when Margaret did find a source for it, she bought a whole bunch of them. This is the one when we have somebody new coming in saying, gee, I want to just get into sewing, what's a good resource? This is a fantastic one. It's also a good resource for people who've been sewing for a while, who maybe want to up their game a little bit. It's a nice hardcover book. Beautiful pictures, great diagrams and details. And maybe you're getting someone a sewing machine for Christmas. Maybe you've got a young person in your life that has expressed an interest in doing that. This would be a wonderful companion to that new machine. Or maybe you're getting them sewing lessons for Christmas. This would be a wonderful way to give them those lessons. Put a little note in here. Here's a book. And by the way, your lesson starts on whatever date. That would be a fun idea, don't you think? So, sewing lessons, typically we think of younger people, not necessarily, but typically we think of younger people. We do have youth lessons that we do here in the shop, and we have some great resources for those. This is the Sewing School book on quilts. And again, another spiral binding. These Sewing School books I have used in lots of our kids' lessons, and I've used them with my own kids. What I really, really like about them is each project is completely finishable. Even if the adults in this person's life don't know much about sewing, the directions and the pictures and the diagrams are fantastic. And so they will be able to finish it, which I think is really important. There's nothing worse than getting really excited about a project, getting new tools and gadgets and things to do it, and then starting it, and then kind of going, yeah, well, it was too hard, or I didn't get to finish it, or whatever. We want them to finish their stuff. That means they want to come back and do more, right? This one is focusing on design and garments. And the garments that are in here are very straightforward, pretty basic. There's not a lot of fitting involved. It's just about the very basic construction, which for the younger kids, they really don't need a whole lot of fitting. Look how cute that is. Anybody need a bow tie for the holidays? He's adorable. And then this one, let's make sure, there's one more too, and I think I forgot to bring that one. This one looks like the hand sewing one. There is another one on machine sewing, but this one is all hand sewing projects. But again, definitely things that are finishable, which is key when you're sewing with young people, I think. And then I'm going to give you a plug for one of my favorite combinations here in the shop. Ricky Tim's, of course. We've been doing the Granny's 1930 sampler pattern for a little while now. We're down to The last two are ready to be filmed, so when Dave comes back, hopefully we'll be able to do that and get that out to you. But this is the wonderful book with all of the patterns in that, and this is the sweet little novel that goes along with it. So it would be a fun companion piece kind of to do together, to maybe read this out loud to your little sewing buddies and then put the quilt top together. And then, my very last plug, guys, for Christmas things. You can't go wrong with a gift certificate. And we can do them in any amount. They can be purchased online. They can be used online. Give us a call if it's not working for you, that you just can't figure out how to make that work. We would be happy to do that for you. And it comes in this beautiful little gold envelope. Look, it's sliding right out. It's saying, take me home. Don't you want to fill this out? And gift certificates, of course, can be used for machines, for any of these items, for classes, for a private lesson, for any of it. So guys, I hope I have given you at least a few ideas for Christmas. I think I have. I've given myself a few ideas. There is the Christmas wish list that I would definitely encourage you to fill out. And like I said, either leave that here in the shop with us or share it with whoever might be helping Santa buy something for you this holiday season. And don't forget to share our video. And then your name will be entered into the drawing to take this cute little mouse pad home. And one other thing that I forgot, guys. These just came in. How cute is that? So when you're doing your Christmas gift shopping, you can fit a lot of goodies in there, guys. You can fit some books, you can fit some fabric, maybe a couple new feet for your sewing machine. Can't fit the sewing machine in there, but you know, we can work around that. So, thanks again for watching, guys. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Let us know that you're enjoying what we're watching. Share with your friends. Check back with us next week. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you all next week.